What Bill Taylor's transcript did for us is it really added some clarity and some detail to the opening statement that he put out before his appearance before impeachment investigators. Bill Taylor is somebody who his name has come up quite a bit because he was sitting in Kiev having conversations both with the Ukrainians and with U.S. officials, and really you get the sense of a diplomat who's trying to figure out what's going on here. He's ostensibly one of the lead American officials involved in Ukraine policy, and yet he discusses how there's this whole secondary channel that's happening, and he becomes aware of this process, and he realizes that what he is setting out to do is not the only policy for the U.S. toward Ukraine that's happening. There's another channel that's been authorized by the president, including the president's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, and you get the sense of real discomfort from Bill Taylor about the fact that that was happening. We're really heading to a new phase in the impeachment process. Instead of hearing from officials behind closed doors, we're now going to see them in public, sitting on television in front of the American people, answering questions from Democrats and Republicans. And what Democrats are hoping this does is that it clarifies the seriousness of the charges against President Trump in this situation, that hearing from these people directly, hearing directly out of their mouths what happened with the U.S. relationship with Ukraine will leave the American people with the impression that the president did something wrong. What Republicans are hoping comes from this is that people listen to these diplomats and say, oh, maybe it wasn't a great situation, but there's nothing that seems like an impeachable offense, that this devolves into a series of secondhand accounts of incomplete information that, again, may leave people thinking that this might not have been a great thing for the president to have done, but it does not rise to the level of impeachment. Where we are right now is you have a series of people who have come forward saying that it is their understanding, it is their belief that there was a quid pro quo, that the Ukrainians needed to announce publicly that they were going to have investigations into Joe Biden, into the DNC, and then if that happened, that there would be a release of military aid. What Republicans are going to argue is that this may be how these people felt the policy was headed, but that there's no concrete evidence that that is really President Trump's intention. And Republicans also point to the fact that ultimately the military aid to Ukraine was released.